Should I confess to my boyfriend that I'm cheating on him with his dad? My boyfriend and I have been dating for 3 years. I have to admit, our relationship is pretty boring. He's not the most fun guy, and he doesn't really ever make me laugh a lot. On the other hand, I'm always making him laugh. I put all those things aside because he is a very good person, and he does take care of me. His job requires him to be away from work for 6 to 8 months. He works on a boat, so this means I have a lot of time to myself. No, I never cheated on him before his dad came along, but let me explain. My boyfriend did not grow up with his dad. His dad went to prison a long time ago for something he stole. No, it wasn't something terrible. When his dad got out of prison, my boyfriend was already 20 years old. My boyfriend didn't like the idea of his dad coming to live with him and his mom, so they had a lot of fights. But his dad made every effort to try to make his son comfortable. The first time I met my dad's boyfriend, I noticed that he was very good looking. He was also in amazing shape. He loves to read books and listen to music, and he even started his own business as soon as he got out of prison, which is already doing well. He told my boyfriend to quit his job and to work for him, but my boyfriend refused. So my boyfriend had to go away for his job, which meant he was going to be away for 6 months. During this time, I decided to visit his mom as much as I could so that she wouldn't get lonely. And this is when things started heating up with his dad. Part 2 is up. Should I confess to my boyfriend that I'm cheating on him with his dad? When my boyfriend left for work for 6 months, I started going to visit his mom and his dad every single week. His mom and dad were still married, but they were not together. So it's not like the dad had to be loyal to the mom. My boyfriend's mom would usually cook dinner, I would eat with her, and then I would sit down to watch a movie with her sometimes. His dad would sometimes join us, but not all the time. Like I mentioned, my boyfriend's dad is very good looking. He caught me staring at him a few times. And I'll admit, I was really embarrassed, but at the same time, I kind of didn't care. One night when I was watching a movie with her, she told me that she was going to go to bed. I told her I would go home, but then she said no. She told me I should stay to finish watching the movie. That's when my boyfriend's dad comes over and sits on the couch with me, and he says, "I'll keep you company." As we were watching the movie, I could feel the tension, and I loved it. I hadn't felt anything like this in the whole time that I was with my boyfriend. I mean, my boyfriend and I rarely even kissed. When the movie finished, I got up and turned the television off. He also gets up from the couch. That's when he grabbed my hand and turned me around. He grabbed my face and started kissing me, and I have to admit, I loved it. He pulled me into a corner and we kept kissing for a few minutes. That's when he asked me if I wanted to go upstairs with him, and I said yes. And we did it. And it was actually amazing. Yes, I did feel guilty, but I wanted to live my life and enjoy these moments. And unfortunately, my boyfriend just didn't give that to me. We were inseparable after that. Part 3 is up. Should I confess to my boyfriend that I'm cheating on him with his dad? After we did the you know what, my boyfriend's dad and I were inseparable. He would come over to my apartment almost every single night and just sleep over. And this became a routine. It's like we couldn't keep our hands off each other, and we loved it. And not once did we ever talk about my boyfriend, his son. This went on the entire time my boyfriend was gone. A few days before my boyfriend arrived, his dad and I decided that we would just try to stay away from each other when he was home. Well, let me tell you, it didn't last very long. My boyfriend came home and I felt nothing. It was just like before he left. He barely even kissed me, and we went back to our regular life. So I called his dad up, and we started meeting in different fancy hotels around the city. It was so fun and exciting. After a few weeks, I noticed that my boyfriend really changed. He was barely touching me and didn't really want anything to do with me. So I confronted him. And I know I have no right, but I wanted to find out what was going on. My boyfriend told me that he felt our relationship was stale, and I told him that I agreed. That's when he told me that we should separate. But we're technically still together. Now here's my problem. I think I just want to break up with my boyfriend, but I want to get with his dad, as in make it official. But his dad told me that he would never make it official with me. So now I'm stuck. I really like him and I have so much fun with him. Also, should I just tell my boyfriend the truth? What do you guys think I should do? Story time about how my husband is bullying me into getting plastic surgery. Disclaimer, this is not my story time. I repeat, this is not my story time. It was sent to me on Instagram. My husband and I have been married for 2 years. I'm in my early 20s and we just had a baby. We're really well off, thankfully, and we have a wonderful life. All things considered, I do have a wonderful husband. He loves me, always wants to be with me, loves our daughter, and is a wonderful dad to her. He's super caring and loves my family as well. The only problem is that he's addicted to Instagram, and he follows a lot of girls that, you know, look fake. One day he started showing me pictures of this one girl. I will not say who she is, but just know that she's a very big influencer who claims to be all natural and totally is not. He asked me if I wanted to get some work done after I had the baby. I told him no because that wasn't even a priority of mine. I was more worried about having our daughter and taking care of her when she was first born. That's when he suggested that I should do what Kylie Jenner did. Kylie Jenner supposedly had her baby, and directly after, she got her stuff done. I laughed off the idea and he said, "I'm serious." You see, I thought he was joking. I asked him why he wanted me to get that done. He confessed he was afraid that my body was gonna look completely different than when we first met. I was shocked because, I mean, you're in love with me, not with my body. After I had the baby, he made an appointment with me at a plastic surgeon. Part 2 is up. Without telling me, my husband made an appointment at a plastic surgeon for me. Disclaimer, this is not my story time. It was sent to me on Instagram. I had told him so many times that I did not want work done on me. I told him I wouldn't go to the appointment. Then he told me that he wanted me to look like the girls on Instagram, and that he needed my body to look like it did before the baby. I was shocked. My husband had never been like this before, but his addiction to Instagram was getting that bad. He pulled out his phone and started showing me pictures of girls on Instagram. I told him those were highly edited pictures, and he said I don't care. He told me that he probably wouldn't be attracted to me anymore, and that's why I needed to get all the work done on my body. I told him that I would never ask him to do anything surgical to his body for my benefit, and he told me that if I had asked him, he would do it in a heartbeat. Then he actually started showing me pictures of Kylie Jenner and Kim Kardashian. He told me that he knew who their doctor was and that I could go to that same doctor. I was more than shocked. I felt sick to my stomach. For those of you who may be wondering, my husband and his family own a very big company. He was born into money. For him, you can buy anything in the world. As the weeks passed by, he kept getting more irritated that I wouldn't say yes. One day he showed me a picture of me that he edited of me to look like Kim Kardashian. Part 3's up. My husband insisted that I look like Kim Kardashian. Actually even went ahead and edited a picture of me in the shape of Kim Kardashian. Disclaimer, this is not my story time. It was sent to me on Instagram. I started to cry instantly and I told him I did not want to get any surgery. He backed off because he knew he hurt my feelings, but just the following day he asked me again. At this point, I didn't know how else to say no. A few days later, we were having a peaceful lunch and suddenly out of nowhere, he asked me what I would do if he found someone that did look like Kim Kardashian. I told him that I would straight up divorce him and that he would never see our daughter again. That's when he got up from the table and left. He basically gave me the silent treatment for 2 days. Finally, I told him that I would not get surgery, but that he could get me a personal trainer to work out. He said that that wasn't enough. Once again, he asked for me to consider it. 2 days ago when I got home, he ordered me a bunch of clothes from Skims. He asked me to try it on, and when I did, he said that I didn't look that bad, but that he still thought I should get some work done. He also told me I should get a tan. At this point, I just don't know what to do. I started a new diet in efforts to lose weight, and I'm working out my butt like crazy. I will never look like Kim Kardashian or Kylie Jenner though. Should I just cave in and get the work done? Or should I just tell my husband no and suffer the consequences? I feel absolutely hopeless.